thank you so much for being here. Just remember that this class is yours, so feel free, to always progress anything or come to a resting pose, just finding whatever is comfortable for you. Um, let's see. Turn on some music. And we're going to begin in child's pose this morning, please. So as you're ready, I guess we have one more minute before we officially start. But here we are. Okay. There we go. Hi, Catherine. Okay. Why did it stop? That's not what I wanted. Here we go. Okay. All right. So can you hear me okay? Yes? If you can, give me a thumbs up. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. And we've got music. Welcome. So lovely to see you today. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and begin in child's pose, please. So we're just going to come down to the mat, nice and easy, and just taking the knees as wide as is comfortable for you. So some people like to take their knees all the way mat width apart, and some people like to keep their knees a little more narrow. We're just going to walk our arms out long in front and release our sits bones down toward our heels. Remembering that we don't have to bring our seat all the way to our heels. Just finding a position that's comfortable for you. If you like, you could stack one fist on top of the other, or allow your forehead to come all the way down to the mat. And we're just going to take a few moments here to breathe intentionally. Kind of turn our focus away from the worries of the day, the busyness of the moment. Just to your breath. As you inhale, notice how the back of your body fills up and expands. And as you exhale, relax into this posture. We can begin to kind of slow down our breathing. Maybe every inhale feels a little bigger. And every exhale, we just can release a little more. Just inviting yourself to become present in this moment. Letting go of past regrets and future worries, knowing that this is where life happens, here in this moment. If you like, you can bring your palms to touch, bend the elbows, and bring the thumbs to the back side of your neck here. Kind of very humble pose. Just surrendering any worries, any judgments, any expectations. And we can set an intention for our practice this morning. And then if our hands are lifted, we'll gently release them back down to the mat. Walk the hands gently over to the right side of the body, maybe even taking the left hand on top of the right. And just take a big breath here into your left rib cage. Notice how it expands and gently releases. And then we'll gently walk our hands over to the left side body. Maybe even taking our right hand on top of the left. Relax the neck. Take a big breath into your right side here. Inhale and exhale. We'll do one more like that. And as we're ready, just gently walk the hands back to center. Our next inhale will come onto our hands and knees, so kind of pulling ourselves up. Adjust your knees so they come right under your hips, hands right under the shoulders. We'll spread the fingers wide, and as we inhale, begin to lift the heart. And lift the seat, nice cow back, arched back. And exhale, we're gonna round the back now. Coming into our cat back. And we'll just move here with our own breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Looking to create space and release in the spine. Openness in your heart. Finding strength in the belly. And after the sound of your next exhale, we'll just return to a nice neutral position. From here, we're going to move into our spinal balance. So as we inhale, we're going to extend our right arm forward, left leg behind, and we can keep them connected to the mat here or lift them to shoulder and hip height. Pause for a moment. We're going to lift out of the left shoulder, engage the abdominals, and then we'll go ahead, just release the hand and foot down to the floor. So without bending, we're just going to let them tap down, arm and leg long. Return the thumb toward the ceiling, so it's like you're shaking someone's hand. Inhale, we're going to reach up and lengthen. And exhale, we're just going to tap back down. So we'll do two more like that. Inhaling to lift, finding strength in the back side of the body here. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As we exhale, this time we'll return our hand and knee under the shoulder and hip, coming back to our kneeling position, or hands and knees back to our table. Good. One cat-cow here. Just release that spine a little bit. And then after that exhale, we'll return to our nice neutral position. And from here, second side. So it's left arm, right leg. We're going to extend nice and long, lifting to shoulder and hip height if we're able. So we're going to find that balance using our core strength. Inhale, reach a little bit longer. As we exhale, we're just going to tap down. So tapping the toes and fingertips down on the mat. Inhale here and exhale, we're going to lift and lengthen. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lifting, reaching. Last time here. We're going to lower and lift. And we'll go ahead, come back to our table. Nice job. From our table, we're going to go ahead and find this nice thoracic rotation in the spine. So starting with our right fingertips, we're going to reach them out to the side and up toward the ceiling, opening up through the shoulder. And then as we exhale, we're going to take that arm under to the left side of the body, looking at our palm here. And we'll do this a couple times. Inhaling, reaching out and up. Exhaling, reaching under the body. As we reach under, we draw the belly in. Two more like that. Inhaling and exhaling, just moving with your breath. Nice job. And last time, reaching up, drawing under, and we'll pause here. If we like, we can begin to bend the left elbow. We're going to take the right shoulder down toward the mat, maybe even bringing the left temple or the right temple down toward the mat. We don't want any pain or strain in the shoulder or neck. We're going to keep that space between the ear and the shoulder. And just open up here. If we like, we can walk that left arm long out in front of us. Maybe pressing the palm into the floor. Big breath here in the back of the body. Inhale. And exhale. And then as we're ready, we'll replace our hand under the shoulder if we've lengthened it and just come back to our table. Back to hands and knees. Good job. And we're going to move through that second side. So as we inhale, left fingertips reach out to the side and up. And exhale, we're going to draw the arm under the body, palm faces the ceiling. And we'll do this a couple more times. Inhaling to lift, to reach, beautiful. Exhale, draw the hand under, draw the belly button in. And just moving again with your breath, lifting and lengthening, finding that release in the spine, in the shoulder, in the heart space. And next time we find our arm reaching under the body, we'll go ahead and pause here. We're going to bend the right elbow and allow the left shoulder to come down toward the mat. Remember, we don't want any pain or strain here in the neck. So if we want to, we can kind of keep pressing into the right hand to keep us lifted, or allow that shoulder to come all the way down. And we can stay here, or we could walk the right hand out nice and long, pressing the palm into the mat. And we're just going to breathe here. Again, looking to create space and softness with the breath. Our next inhale will replace that right hand under the shoulder and just press ourselves back up to our hands and knees. Nice job. From here, we're going to just gently move from our hands and knees into our kneeling plank. Good. So we're going to take the hands just a little bit forward, drop the hips just a little bit, but our body is going to make one nice straight line. From here, we're going to go ahead and actually just come on down to our forearms. So we're going to take the elbows directly under the shoulders, give your wrists a little break, maybe kind of roll out those wrists here. And we can stay here in our forearm plank, or if we'd like, we're going to curl the toes under and lift the knees for that solid full plank. Beautiful. We're just going to pause here, activating that core for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, release the knees down, and we'll press ourselves back to child's pose once again. So again, if you'd like to take your knees a little bit wider, feel free to do so. We're just going to relax, rounding that low back, releasing our torso here. Nice job. One more big breath into the backside of the body. And our next inhale, we'll pull ourselves up back through our table. This time, we're going to find our downward facing dog. So curling those toes under, inhale. Exhale, we're going to extend the legs, send the hips nice and high. Release the heels down toward the mat. And we can just kind of pedal out our feet here if we'd like, bending one knee and then the other. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Take a moment to explore this posture. Beautiful. And as we're ready, we'll go ahead, inhale to our plank or kneeling plank. As we exhale, this time we're going to lower ourselves all the way down to the mat. So release the hips down and then the low ribs. We're going to press through the tops of the feet, lift the knees, and engage the back side of the body as we lift the heart for our low cobra pose. We're going to draw the elbows and shoulders close together. So we're looking right at the mat in front of us. Good. And then we'll go ahead, cross one hand over the other, release the forehead down to the hands, just kind of relax here. And then we'll do that again. So coming into that low cobra pose, we're going to start by pressing the feet into the mat, lift the knees. So we're activating the back side of the body as we bring our hands under the shoulders, lift the heart. So it's not a big lift. We're not pressing off the hands here. And we can stay here if we like. We can lengthen the arms back behind us. So we're reaching our fingertips back toward our toes. Heart is lifted. The back side of the body is really strong. Lift the belly button. Inhale and exhale. One more big breath here. Inhale, reach that heart a little bit higher. Tuck the chin. Exhale, we'll take the hands back under the shoulders. Press up and back to downward facing dog once again. Curl the toes under. Send the hips high. Nice job. From here, we're going to go ahead, come onto our tippy toes. Soften the knees, look between the hands, and we'll just gently walk our feet forward. So our feet meet our hands at the top of the mat, round the back here. If we like, we can take our hands to our shins. We just want to connect our hands with something. Remember, we don't have to touch the mat. We could take our hands to the back side of our legs here to our calves and just release if we like. Let your head hang. Maybe shake the head yes and no. Relax that neck. And then as we're ready, we'll take our hands to our shins and lengthen the arms, half lift. So our knees here are a bit soft. We're just going to pause for a moment. Our head was below our heart for a little bit. Let yourself kind of equilibrate. And then we'll go ahead, come into our chair pose. So reach the fingertips up toward the ceiling. And then we're going to sit those hips back and down. Good. Nice long spine. Inhale, press the mat away. Come all the way to standing. We're going to open our arms nice and wide, feeling powerful. And exhale. Allow the hands just to gently float down to the side body. Awesome job. Good morning. Lift the toes, lengthen the legs, and we're just going to release the tailbone down toward the mat. Draw the shoulders over the hips, the ears over the shoulders. Nice tall mountain pose. So even as we're standing here, our legs are active, our core is strong. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And palms touch. We're going to find a nice side stretch to the right. Lift the gaze toward the ceiling. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up through center. And we're going to find a nice side stretch to the left, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Inhale, come back through center. And we'll bring our hands to our heart center. From here, we're going to step back into our high lunge. So stepping back with the right foot to begin. Right foot steps back. We're going to bend the left knee. We don't have to step back real far, but we're going to keep the left knee over the ankle and pull the right hip forward. Good. So the right leg is long. Inhale, reach the fingertips up toward the sky. And we're going to draw the shoulders down. Beautiful. One more big breath here. So our thumbs are reaching toward that back wall. As we exhale, we're going to lean forward, fly the arms. So just like we were down on the mat, our arms are next to our sides. Our palms face the floor. Our heart is lifted. Kind of tuck the chin a little bit. Lengthen the back side of the neck. Beautiful. Inhale, we're going to come back up to crescent lunge. And we'll do this a few times, just moving one breath, one movement. So exhale. Fly that lunge, press through the heel. Inhale, it's like we're gathering energy up, lifting it up overhead. And we'll do one more. Exhale, fly the lunge. Inhale to crescent lunge. Nice job. From here, we're going to open up to warrior two. So we're going to lift, turn the right foot so that it's parallel to the short edge of the mat, keeping the bend in the left knee. Allow the arms to come down to shoulder height. Good. So we're going to look at our left knee. We should be able to see our big toe. We feel like our hips are really open here. Inhale, reach forward, and exhale, reverse warrior. So keeping the bend in the left knee, Allow the right hand to gently rest on the right leg. And we can look up toward our left hand. Beautiful. And then we're going to inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Next, inhale, reach forward. We'll take our elbow to our knee. Reach the right fingertips up toward the ceiling for our extended side angle. Or overhead. Bicep close to the ear. Beautiful. And then we're just going to move this one breath, one movement. So inhaling, coming to our reverse warrior. And exhaling to that extended side angle. Two more like that. Beautiful job. Inhaling. And exhaling. Last one here. We're going to pause in this extended side angle, pressing through the pinky toe side of that right foot. And from here, we're going to come down to our lunge. So we're going to take the right hand down to the mat, left hand. We're going to frame the foot with the hands, lift the right heel. From here, we're going to go ahead and drop the right knee. Inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to gently shift the hips back. Turn the left toes toward the ceiling, just coming into our half split here. So we can stay lifted on these fingertips. We could take our hands maybe to our shin or our thigh, or if we like, we can walk our hands out so we bring our forehead down toward that knee. Just taking this where you'd like it to be this morning. Come back to that breath. Again, we're creating length, finding release. Next, inhale, we're going to just shift back to that low lunge. Take the hands to the mat, and we're going to make our way back to our downward facing dog. So if we'd like, we could curl the right toes under, lift the right knee, just step the left foot back. Or we can come down through our table, moving through hands and knees, taking a moment to reset our posture. And hips are nice and high. Our next inhale, we're going to gently come into our plank or kneeling plank. And as we exhale again, we're going to carefully lower ourselves all the way down to the mat. And we're going to pause here again. So first, we're going to start in this low cobra pose. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. We're going to anchor ourselves here. Hips press down, knees lift so the back side of the body is strong and active. Lift the belly button here. And then we can stay here, or we're maybe just going to lift the hands. Or if we like, we can fly the hands back behind us, palms to the floor. We can stay here. If we want to make this a little bit bigger, we're going to lift the feet. So again, kind of tucking the chin, creating space in the back side of that neck. One more big breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. Cross one hand on top of the other. And just relax here. Nice job. Return to the breath. And then as we're ready, we'll go ahead, take the hands back under the shoulders. We're going to press back to downward facing dog. So we can just press all the way up, or we can bend our knees, come up through our table, curling the toes under, send the hips nice and high. From our downward facing dog, we're going to come to our forward fold. So come to those tippy toes, soften the knees, look between the hands, and gently step the feet forward. Feet meet the hands, relax the shoulders, let the head hang. If we want, we could take our hands here to our opposite elbows, just drawing ourselves a little bit deeper. Breathe into the low back, so keep the knees a bit soft here. And relax. Might feel nice to kind of gently rock side to side. And then again, we'll take our hands to our shins and come to that half lift. Lengthen the spine. Again, we're going to kind of tuck the chin and engage the abdominals so we feel that low back kind of lengthen and release here. Pause here. Come back to that breath. And then as we're ready, we're going to make our way back to chair pose. So reach the fingertips high. We're going to sit the hips back and down. Nice job. So we're taking that weight into the heels. And then if we want to practice a little bit of that balance, we're just going to maybe come to one tippy toe. Maybe we want to practice kind of alternating which heel we lift. Or we can come to two tippy toes. Nice job. As we're ready, we're going to gently come out of this posture, lifting the fingertips toward the ceiling, releasing the heels down, open the arms, feeling powerful, and allow them to gently float down next to your sides. Good job. So we're going to make our way into our standing balance here. So if you'd like to come off the mat, feel free to do that, or we're going to stay on the mat. And we're going to first kind of find our center. So really grounding down, lifting the toes, finding this really strong mountain pose. So strengthen the legs, relax in the shoulders. Smile. And then we're just going to shift our weight to one side. We're going to come to the opposite tippy toes. And we can stay here, maybe practicing just lifting those toes up, trusting our other leg to support us, or we're going to come into our figure four stretch. So we're going to lift our ankle to our knee, and then maybe bring our hands to our heart, or you could keep your arms wherever you need them to be. Sit the hips back and down as much as is comfortable for you. So opening up that hip. Really nice stretch here. And just like in our chair pose, we're going to be mindful of that low belly. So we want to think about activating those abdominals. So our low back has some release and length here. Nice job. Use that breath. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Next inhale, we're just going to gently come out of it, extending, release the foot back down. Nice job. Shake out your legs. Whew. Relax. Good job. And then we're going to do that second side. So let's start by first just kind of finding that center. So we're going to activate the legs. We're going to relax the shoulders, that nice posture, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And then we're going to shift our weight to our opposite side ever so slightly. Come to those tippy toes. And again, we can stay here, maybe practicing. Remember, or not remember, but just giving yourself some grace. One side is not like the other. And then if we like, we can cross that ankle over the knee. We could stay here. We could bring our palms to touch, or again, keep them out to the side, just whatever is going to help you find that balance. Sit the hips back and down. And we're going to, again, activate the lower abdominals so your spine relaxes. Beautiful job. And we're here for 2 more full breath cycles. Next inhale, we're going to gently come out of it. Shake out those legs. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep out the arms. Bring the palms to touch. We're going to come back to the top of the mat. And we're going to move through our whole series second side. So bringing the palms to our heart center. We're going to take a big step back with the left foot. Left foot steps back to our high lunge. So our feet here are hip width apart. That gives us balance and support. We're going to bend the right knee as much as is comfortable. Inhale, reach the fingertips up toward the ceiling. Good. Just pause here for a moment. We're going to find some length. Reach the fingertips higher. Draw the shoulders down. One more big breath. Inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to fly those arms. Reach the fingertips back behind you just like we did on the mat. So we're pressing through the left heel. Leg is long. Tuck the chin just a little bit. Inhale. Come up, crescent lunge. And again, we're going to move that one breath, one movement. So exhale. Fly your lunge. Inhale, come back up. Last time here. Exhale. Lengthen. Inhale, expand, open your heart. And from here, we're going to go ahead, come to warrior two. So we're going to turn the left foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Bring the arms to shoulder height. We're going to adjust our stance as necessary. Check your alignment. So looking at your right knee, you should be able to see the right toe, big toe. Again, relax the shoulders. And from here, we're going to inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. So bring the right fingertips up toward the ceiling. We're going to lift and look up, finding that big breath in the right side body. Relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. Nice job. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, we'll come back to warrior two. And again, shift forward, this time taking the elbow to the knee, reaching the fingertips up toward the ceiling. So we're stacking those shoulders. We could stay here. We could reach the arm up overhead toward the corner of the room. So our body makes one long line. Nice. And then we're going to flow through this one breath, one movement. So inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale to our side angle. And we've got two more like that. Inhaling and exhaling. Last reverse warrior. Every time we do this, we create a little more length, a little more space, and we're going to pause here in our extended side angle. We're going to adjust. So again, our hips are stacked, our shoulders are stacked. One more big breath. Inhale and exhale. We'll take our left hand down to the mat, lift the left heel, take the right hand on the opposite side of the foot. We're going to drop the left knee, turn the top of the left foot to the mat. Inhale here and exhale. Pull the hips back for our half split. We're just going to pause here. So we could be up on our fingertips. We could kind of walk our arms forward. So we're bringing kind of our forehead to our knee. And just breathe. Nice job. One more big breath. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, we're going to gently move into that low lunge. From our low lunge, we're going to just come back to our downward facing dog one last time. So again, we can curl the left toes under, lift the left knee and step back, or come back through that table, hands and knees, and then hips come high. We're just going to pause here and kind of notice the space you've created. How this maybe feels different from our first downward facing dog this morning. And we're going to inhale, come into our plank pose. And exhale again. We're going to lower ourselves all the way down to the mat. So squeeze the elbows in close to the side body. Let your hips connect your low ribs. And inhale back to low cobra pose. So again, we're going to kind of draw our shoulders and elbows close together. We're going to press the hips down, lift the belly button. Activate the back side of the body. And if we like, we could stay here. We could come back to where we feel like we're flying, lifting the legs, or we can interlace our hands behind us, coming into our full locust pose. Tucking the chin, lengthening the body, lifting the feet even higher. One more big breath. Inhale and exhale. Gently release, stacking one hand on top of the other. Forehead comes to the hands. And breathe. Nice job. And then as we're ready, once again, we'll take our hands under the shoulders. This time we're going to press back to child's pose once more. So allowing that back to round and release. Again, take the knees as wide as is comfortable. Take your time here. There's no rush. we can find that humble posture again if we'd like, bringing our palms to touch. Just release the thumbs back behind the neck to the back side of the neck. Then we can again release our hands down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to come up through that table and all the way onto our seat. So coming into our seated position. And we're going to extend the legs nice and long. Coming into our staff pose. So just like our mountain pose, this is a really strong posture. We can move that extra muscle away from our sit bones. And relax the shoulders. So even though it looks like we're just sitting here, our whole body is active. So our inner thighs are kind of reaching in toward each other. Our legs are engaged. Our shoulders are relaxed, but we feel strength even in our abdomen. We are going to go ahead and find a nice spinal rotation. So we're going to start by bending the right knee and drawing the heel in close to the seat. And we're just going to sit up really tall. So we find both sits bones connected to the mat. We can kind of hug ourselves in here. And then we're just going to release the hands. Take a big inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to twist toward the bent knee. So taking the right arm back behind us, the left hand can come to kind of encircle the knee or even to the outside. Whatever's most comfortable. We don't want to pull or wrench on that spine. But we're looking to kind of guide ourselves a little deeper into this stretch. Keep the extended left leg active. If you'd like, we can kind of turn our gaze behind the shoulder. Take some really big breaths into the belly. One more inhale. And exhale. We're just going to gently unwind, turning ourselves forward, and we're going to move into our seated tree pose. So bringing our foot to the inside of the leg. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. We're going to turn our belly button toward that extended left knee, and we're just going to allow our hands to come down on the leg wherever they will. So remember, we don't have to touch our toes. We don't have to strain to reach there. Breathe into the stretch. And as we're ready, we'll gently walk our hands back toward the seat and come back through that staff pose. So just kind of resetting here, reset the posture, reset the breath, gather up that strength in your whole body. Then we're going to bend the left knee, bring the left heel in close to the seat. Keeping that right leg active, we're just going to kind of hug in for a moment. And then we can release the hands. As we exhale, we're going to gently turn toward the bent knee, allowing the left hand to come back behind us, wrapping the arm around the knee, sitting up really tall. We're here for one more full breath cycle. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, we'll gently unwind. We're going to come into that seated tree second side. So allowing the knee to come down to the mat. We'll extend the arms out and up. Big breath in. Turn the belly button toward that extended right knee. And we'll release the hands down wherever they will fall. Remembering, again, one side is not like the other. So we're just going to breathe into the stretch. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself time to release here. Relax any tension in your face. Allow the body to soften. And stay in tune with the breath. We're here for one more full breath cycle. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, we'll gently walk the hands back and we'll go ahead, bring both feet to the mat. We're going to go ahead, come down all the way down onto our backs. Nice and easy. So if you'd like to continue on with your yoga practice, please feel free to do that. Otherwise, I'll lead us through a nice Shavasana here. If there's any remaining posture you'd like to find, please feel free to do that. And remember, you can stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. So if you'd like to stay there a little bit longer, then feel free to kind of mute your screen. Otherwise, I'll lead us out of it. But we're just going to draw our knees into our chest one last time, if and when we're ready. We're going to engage every muscle here, so squeezing everything super tight. We're going to squeeze our hands into fists, squeeze the toes, just engage every muscle. Make the tightest, tiniest ball you possibly can. Take a huge breath. Inhale. Hold it and relax. Just totally let everything release here. Come to a place where you can completely surrender. You can allow the eyes to be heavy and close. Relax the muscles in your face and release your jaw. And we're going to allow this to kind of transcend down through every muscle. All the way to the tips of your toes. Just find that heaviness and release. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you wish. But if you're ready, begin to bring your awareness back to the breath. As you exhale, just releasing any remaining tension in the heart, in the mind, in the body. And inhale, drawing in whatever it is you need in this moment. Peace or patience, love, joy, any of those fruits of the Spirit. And then just beginning to turn your awareness back to the body, to the sensations in your fingers and toes, maybe finding just a little bit of movement there. As you're ready, making that a little bit bigger, maybe rotating through your wrists and ankles. rocking the head side to side, and then even bigger, maybe stretching the arms up long overhead. Stretch the whole body long. Relax just for a moment. And then in your own time, bend the left knee and use that left foot to gently roll yourself onto your right side. And pause here for a moment, allowing the eyes to open. Gaze nice and soft. And then we can gently press ourselves back up to a comfortable seated position. And smile. Happy Good Friday. It's kind of an oxymoron, but it is happy. Remember that we have freedom from fear, from judgment. So, thank you for joining me here for this special practice this morning. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy Easter. We have so much to celebrate. Namaste. God bless you. Thanks for being here.